Hope everybody's doing well. Deep cleansing breath. All right. Let's start with some love, joy, celebration. Happy birthday, Virgs. A little OMG, and always grounded in the truth. Archangels, you know your positions. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Join me as I open myself up to be a channel for divine messages for those who need them, that serve the highest and greatest good of the all, and protect me as always. Mommy and daddy, always. Ooh. Alright, let me just wait. Exactly. Archangel Michael is in the building. Like, cutting through all the BS. It says Phoenix Rising. Whoever counted you out couldn't count back and better than ever. I love it. You got your wings. Celestial star seed activation alignment. Soul family. All right, let's go. Wow. I'm getting self-love is divine love because our Father's within us, the spirit, right? Wow. Look, planting seeds. I'm going to put it back, right? Because it flipped and showed, but it kind of peaked. It didn't flip. Okay. Tree of life, infinite possibilities, connecting to the divine within you and all around you. Confirmation. Look. Dark night of the soul. You are facing past and present traumas for healing purposes. Okay. I immediately went back to the self-love card. Loving yourself inside out, putting yourself first, speak life over you, positive affirmations, awakening to how beautiful you are. Teamwork. This makes me feel like your spirit team. Yes, look, as I cut the deck, ancestral protection and healer. I could be talking to a feminine energy. Your ancestors are shielding you from psychic attacks. They're clearing away blockages. They're letting you know you are a shaman, however you want to pronounce it, assessing your gifts and healing abilities. That's where those traumas could be coming up. Look. Bonding, student learning phase, mother, nurturer, teacher. See? And then right here, I gotta take them because they're showing. They keep showing. And then there's strength peeking out. He said, "Don't forget about me." You right. You right. You right. I'm hearing loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Be careful who you're loyal to. Ooh. There's a main male who could have been a lover to you at a point in time, whomever this person is, it's funny the way these cards are set. I feel like they made a choice. I'm looking at main male 1, lovers is 15. It does break down to a 6, but it's making me feel 1 and 1. Like 11, right? It's given like master healer number. And with the 5, this person decided to change who they were loving on. This could be external. Instead of pouring into themselves, they didn't want to do the healing work with the dark night here, right? You could have changed. You could have went on this self-love journey. I only say that because Lost Girl peaked itself at me. You know what I mean? And we have this heartbreak right here. And then Dancing with the Devil is on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person, you or them, someone experienced serious changes, both in their health and in their financial abundance after disconnecting and or pairing with a new. This person, for whatever reason, you or them, thought this path was more like they would feel stuck. You know, some people really do have like a fear of monogamy. I don't know where it comes from, but it is what it is. Fear of commitment, whatever. And because I'm looking at a pathway, imprisonment, and family room. And so they didn't feel like they would be fulfilled with just one. Okay. Now they're in despair because I do feel like they really were on top. Wealthy man 13, but now they're in bad health. Their finances could be particularly struggling. Because look, whomever they thought was the privileged lady, like their true match, this person was false. They were a thief. They could have actually made off with their money. And you, mature woman, look, see that 11 energy with sudden wealth? You were actually the one that they were going to achieve some sort of abundance with in that partnership. But when they shifted directions, like I said, change, right? I was getting that with that 5 to this false person. They fell into this cycle of karma. And now that this person is reflecting, they're realizing where they should have invested, but also where they went wrong in their courtships. See? Courthouse. This is karma. There's a mature man, right? We keep counterparts, right? Great community message. This person could be trying to reconnect with people from your old communities where you knew each other from to get you some sort of message. I feel like with poverty and bad health, you're being protected from this person and to get their life together. But someone chose heartbreak, whether you broke their heart or they broke your heart, to go dance with this devil, which was a huge risk. And I feel like they might have been cautioned with beware, right? They were warned that you were their official person and that you were a high honor. Didn't matter. This person was very immature. There even could be a child, but I also feel like their expectation of what a connection, a partnership, a marriage, etc., was very immature. You could have met this person through the years, right, from 18 to 28. Okay. I feel like this is this mature man because the main, oh, I shouldn't pick all those up. The main male, wait, where'd it go? Poverty and bad health. Thank you. I'm now here. I should have put that woman first. Who's that? Jaheen? When you stop putting in that work. They are on a journey to come towards you. whatever that means to you. But, their ancestral protection could be helping with teamwork, the way the arrow is pointing, to get them through this dark night, to help them believe that there is some sort of infinite possibility of things reconciling with divine timing sitting here on the bottom of the deck. They're trying to help sustain this person, to give them the faith and the endurance to do the healing work. Okay, I'm gonna leave those right there. Actually, so wow. And I say this person, look, I cut the deck to the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Swords. They literally ran away. And the sword is broken. That's giving ghosting energy. I feel like what happened, I told you, I just picked up on pregnancy vibes or a child. This person, I feel like, had just found out or suspected, or maybe you suspected, that there was someone in the periphery with the Three of Wands here, that they were expecting a child. Look at the King of Cups here holding the child there. Mm. This person is so funny. They were worried about admitting this treachery because it's the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords here. Look, it's the Nine of Cups, right? Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. See that? Somebody chose to be selfish instead of honoring their divine mission. This person was definitely juggling multiple priorities. And I feel like with the votes for women right there, it's like this person took away your choice in this matter. This person like ghosted you. Five of Pentacles to the Hermit, just straight. Look, Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups. Got what they wanted. Yeah. They felt justified in their actions. They did. Knight of Wands, Justice. Moving towards the Queen of Wands. They were just following their passions. Page of Wands. When they walked away, Eight of Cups. Wow. To some, they didn't feel like they owed you any sort of explanations. Interesting. It's pretty rude. It's a lot of protection out here, y'all. I feel like you were shielded from a great deal of this. This is divine intervention. Interesting. I'm also getting the energy with the Seven of Coins. Like, this was not a new connection by any measure. It was long invested. Two of Swords. You were never meant to find out about that. It's making me feel like open relationship-ish. You would have rejected it. Seven of Wands to the death. If you'd have found out that this person was married. Look, King of Wands, Four of Wands. Right, Queen of Coins. She was very well aware. She didn't care. It worked for her, son. That's, yeah, full exposure. But if you knew that they were juggling, but maybe not knew that they were heavily invested. Seven of Coins. Yeah, see, Moon to the death. This is like a nightmare. But I feel like the moment you got wind, because there's the sun, right? And this card is Moon, but it's Moon to the sun. You ended things quickly. And look, the Phoenix rising. Look at the angelic protection, because Temperance is right there. Yeah, like before you got, oh, Jesus. Before whatever this is, poverty, bad health, you were disconnected. Look, see? You were literally ushered away before it got too intense. Whoever, they carry a lot of love for you. But I feel like this person could currently also be doing the inner work, because like the way he's holding the child, it could be representative of their own inner child, dealing with the trauma with the Nine of Wands back there. These are the things that have been going on in between the disconnection and now, and why this person's energy is trying to push through, but you are being protected from this individual. I feel like their spirit team is helping them, but there's no chance of this energy getting close to you is what I'm getting. It's like this person wants to express that they've ended things, they're on their healing journey. I don't think it can look. There's judgment. Like they had some sort of come to Jesus moment about who you are. Judgment, Two of Cups, and what it is they sacrifice with the hangman there. You know, it's giving Burning Man vibes. Look, and there's the Chariot. I feel like they've been stuck since you've pulled away. Okay. Pick that up. I feel like you collective, right, with looking at these scales, you have found balance and harmony. You are truly connected to all things around you. And I feel like you really do wish this person nothing but the best. Like I don't feel like you have hard feelings. I'm not getting animosity, but I also don't get any energy of wanting to reconnect. You are partnered with the divine. Ace of Swords. Because I saw like Three of Pentacles, Emperor, King of Coins, right? whatever it is, they truly miss the opportunity with you. Yeah, I don't feel like they will be giving any opportunity to enter your life again. Because I'm getting this person really, it says, even when broken, you still remain solid. So I real, and it's standing right next to, or it's right next to Dancing with the Devil. And so I feel like you learned your lesson, beware, you took a risk, or you gave this person an opportunity. I don't feel as though you are open to that. Hey, maybe that's not everybody, but there's a very strong energy. look, look, that's the Ten of Swords. Look how she's coming at him. You have truly gone through a metamorphosis with that butterfly there. And he's holding a white piece of fabric, like he's waving the white flag. He's surrendering. See the sword and the stone there? I know it's supposed to be like King Arthur, right? And it's supposed to. But this is you. Look at the angel in the background. You're in this King of Coins energy, regardless. Because it's like King of Coins, Page of Coins, regardless. It's not about age. It's about attitude. It's about energy. It's about get up and go. About taking care of your responsibilities. All of those things. You can embody any energy. I feel like you have put the hard work into yourself and you have much to show for it. Justice is right here. Told you, I feel like you're balanced. And you had to literally feel your way through. She's blindfolded. But just like, see how holding the white cloth, like tried to rip the blindfold off of Justice instead of using your feelings, your guide, your senses to navigate your way through. I just had the reminder today from someone else that, you know, believe half of what you hear, none of what you see. It's feelings. Look, Two of Cups, and it's like somebody ignored their feelings. Yowzer. This is all part of the destined journey, by the way. The way she like, what? Because, you know, it's one thing to be certain, right? It's another thing to have to develop your spiritual muscles in order to, you know, ascend on your spiritual journey. There's a combination of it all. Wow. You've already come through it. See how it's fun? You've already dealt with your traumas. And I even feel like, to a degree, you saw this person's traumas. You knew they needed to heal. You knew what it was they were missing and lacking. Those mother wounds are wild. Mm. Okay, so what else? What is oh, okay. What else we didn't know? No, let me put those down. It's in between. So what is the current situation? It really, I saw this combination in the in between that look, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, they were back to back, and the Six of Pentacles was right there. They're just letting you know that this person is coming back to present you this offer, like something real, something tangible. They have overcome this Jezebel spirit that they were working with. Queen of Wands, Dark Practitioner, Eight of Pentacles. Lovers, Justice, Hermit. This is someone you've had great love for in the past. You might have finally realigned yourselves to the right timeline where this gets up off the ground. Not my business. But I feel like Spirit is overseeing all of this. The energy between this coming together, it's too important. Now I'm hearing no other love that I'm thinking of. Somebody is really upset. He's broken free, or she's broken free, but I'm getting main male. He's broken free from this spirit, but they haven't let them go. They're still trying to throw anything they can to keep this person's progression. Yeah, I mean that. If it's not right, guys, it doesn't matter what I'm saying here. If there's some sort of, alternate energy, they won't be allowed near you. Okay? Ace of Swords. It won't matter. You have nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry about this person being poor or bad health. All of that will be rectified before they're permitted to get anywhere near you. I got chills. So I know that's true. So don't worry about it. You're just being enlightened on something that you need to know. But they are so inspired, by the way, to get back to you, to fix these, to right their wrongs with you. Now that they've come through this awakening, to make things right. Not to mention unexpressed love. Look, Archangel Michael right there. They're going to make sure. But they're definitely dealing with their dark night, this main male energy. King of Wands, Devil, Tower. Okay? It's a lot, but they're doing it. It's an individual thing. We all must go through it on this path, on our own paths. Strength is out here. So we know the devil had to show. But I really do feel like they're empowered. I don't know if you're even going to recognize this person. Someone did try to trap them with a child. I don't believe that child was theirs. Because again, the energy of open relationship is there. Even with a marriage, I'm not getting fidelity by any man. It's not my contract. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to judge you like that. World. King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. We saw that combination with the in-between. Look, Sun, Wheel of Fortune, Moon, Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups. There's the counterpart to the King of Pentacles. There's the Queen of Pentacles. Look, Ace of Cups, Empress, Five of Swords. Right. See what I mean? Somebody like, no, it could be anybody's. That's what he... Look, he said, who the dad? I'm not even joking. Page of Swords, Emperor. He said, who is the pappy? They not the pappy. Look, I cut the deck. Ace of Swords. They might have had an agreement about, you know, no children for some. You know, like, if they're going to do this thing, there can't be any children conceived during this period. Because who's the pappy? Yo, stop it. They're playing the scene from Life. You know, with Bernie Mac. When he was doing Hard Time. And the warden's daughter got knocked up. And they didn't want the simple one to get in trouble. So they all started talking, like stepping forward. And he got so mad. This person is diligently at work planning for you guys' future, okay? So don't have too many negative thoughts. They want you to entertain the beautiful possibilities. It's a feeling. Again, I want to pick these cards up. I feel like I've exhausted this. And we'll go another round. But it's a vibe thing. Get into the feeling. It's not even about the who at this point. It's a feeling. Especially for those of you who have kind of not invested any energy into what your happily ever after looks like, feels like anymore. You know, or in a while, I should say. If you've been experiencing any sort of anxiety, worrying, fear, trouble concentrating, I do feel like it's that energy poking through, okay? I don't think it's yours. Or you could feel this big shift of divine timing and them telling you you're throwing a weights. Because you're chosen. Your divine mission, it's here. You've arrived. Look, see? There's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going. See? All right, Holy Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? Thank you. There she go. Looking for a way out. Seeking help. Troubled teen. I mean, you could be a troubled teen, although this channel's not really set for teens. I mean, 18, 19 are legal, so that's cool. But yeah, or this could be like your wounded inner child. Like, your teen is still a child, right? So, let's see. Regret, mistakes, disappointment, mistakes, disappointed, missed opportunity. Wow, look. See? Lost boy. This feels very macro. Seeking acceptance, troubled, in need of a mentor guidance. There's a mirroring effect. So these could be, look, the beginning of a twin flame journey. But this is not an external energy. This could, male or female, this is not about outside of you. Let me make that crystal clear. This is not about outside of you. This is about pulling those two polarities together in that yin and yang, right? Pulling of the heartstring, soul mission, coming into divine alignment with yourself, okay? Because Tree of Life is right there on the bottom of the deck. There's teamwork. Look, triple T's. Higher level of consciousness, spiritual awakening, breaking free, sword of truth. In this marriage proposal, next level union. This is you. These are you keeping promises to yourself. Okay? Archangel Michael, divine love, give and take. Right. You've got to give and take. You've got to pull from both polarities. Your inner masculine, your inner feminine. They both must be healed. Because look, generational curse breaker, and you hold the key to your destiny, not another person. It's you. Okay? You about to really get into it. You got to do all this before you come into, you know what I mean, before you even find somebody, because why would you want to go to somebody broken? Look, whatever you're going through, I want you to know our Father loves you. Okay? Karma. This could be good or bad. What seeds did you plant? Right. It's okay to feel remorse. Regret doesn't serve you. Remorse is different. Just pay the piper and then free yourself. I mean, come on. Bonding, healing journey, high vibrations, excuse me, there's an S, abundant opportunities. Look, abundance, healer, strength. Okay? High priestess, I was getting ready to say, I know what I'm talking about. Just quit wallowing, but it's okay for a moment. For a moment, look, for a moment. Made woman, turning pain into power. Look, recalling your power, reclaiming what is rightfully yours. That's the energy you got to get into. And look, ancestral protection is like poking out front in the bottom of the deck. We've got crystal healing. Working with crystals help. With clarity, protection, and tapping into your abilities. Yeah. See, y'all gotta remember, in this chosen energy, oh my God. You will know no truer love than that of our Heavenly Father. This is why I keep like, nah, it's not about anything else. It's not about, man, please. Nobody else but you right now, okay? Don't believe that bullshit, because look, this is why we keep getting this, look, you're a god or a goddess. It's not about any divine timing, Akashic records, self-love. This is what it's about. We're not giving away personal power and saying, oh, this person's coming in to do X, Y, Z. Yeah, you're going to have a kingdom spouse, but you know what I mean? Your missions are bigger than you laid up with somebody. It is what it is. The Matrix wants you to feel like your happiness, your fulfillment, the love you that pours out of you or that you receive comes from another person. No, it comes from a universal source. That other shit will have you in your emotions, worried. No, look, healed people come together. You are going through a transformation that is requiring you to remain strong. High Priestess, intuitive receiving downloads straight from the source. Break free from the bullshit. It's not serving you. What's being activated in you, that power you feel, that guidance you feel, it's coming from the top. You're supposed to use those energies that oscillate through you into something magnificent. Seek yourself. Go within. Connect to the divine. Don't do that. And no disrespect to any leaders, but I'm just saying, I find it very difficult to go sit in somebody's pew when, you know, your life ain't in order. Your house ain't in order. When you know, you eyeing the beauties in the front row, and hypocrisy cannot be tolerated. Go to the divine. With all your mistakes and your disappointments and what you think are missed opportunities. Don't you know rejection is protection? You know, you in church all the time singing songs like God favor me, but do you know what that means? Favor ain't fair. You're using human eyes, and you got to use your spiritual eyes. Rejection is protection. Because look, you could be dancing with the devil, thinking they soul family and shit. Meanwhile, they're there to teach you a karmic lesson. You're supposed to wake up. Anyway. Ooh. Work with your spirit team. All right, let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Somebody tried to send you something, y'all, and I feel like they in regret. They could be lost girls and lost boys, you know, immature spiritual beings, right? But that wasn't right. Ooh, yeah, somebody all mixed up with the blender. They all mixed up. Instant gratification. But here's the funny part. Again, people keep looking at the collective like you some fucking alien, although we are in Virgo season, and the alien in certain decks is Virgo energy. But anyway. Like, yeah. Because I feel like these people tried to send you conflict, and that was sent right back. Ancestors like, poop, no. And now I'm feeling like these people are sitting there with this regret and disappointment, knowing they got they wires crossed with the conspiracy theorists out here that they shouldn't have, because they were wrong and they had their facts. Ooh. They paying for it, I'll tell you that. Right, because somebody lied to them. Deception fell right on top of conflict. However these folks got involved here, lost boy, lost girl, regret, disappointment, right, they was lied to. Got triangulated by anarchy. Look, I feel like that's the universe applying pressure to these folks up here. Because they in deep shit. Yeah, look. They lost again. Mm, mm, mm. Yo. This is making me feel like it's a really volatile backfire. Whatever they did, however they came for you, and like the way ancestral protection came out opposed to Archangel Michael's energy coming out, this makes me feel like this was family. Because why else would your ancestors need to come? You know what I mean? Archangel Michael really do like that shit. Like, you don't give he'll slay your ass in a second. Whoop, whoop. He's like, call me. Right. Somebody was gaslit. Or maybe they tried to gaslight you. Now somebody's sick. Because they tried to play a game and you don't play games. Atomic reaction. Look, I never really read the communication on this card. Somebody might try to blame it on a substance. But I'm looking at the trees, right? And it's like, again, I get family with this. Not always with that, but and it goes, how are you? You there? Hello? Are you mad? Confused. This is not how friends treat friends. Piss off. I'm sorry. Exactly. See? I told you I was getting narky vibes. I really feel like this person or these people, they were being communicated with either with each other or with other individuals, right? And I feel like whatever somebody needed to push down somebody's throat with the pillbox here in order to convey whatever deceptive ass lie to create conflict for another individual, that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. Now somebody's stuck and they can't get out. Wow. They tried to use you somehow. And I feel like you knew something was up. It didn't smell right. Right. Fucking screenplay. Right. I feel like whoever these people are to you, you know them well. And you could write this script. But I feel like everything, even the communication, all of it, it is scripted. The magician. Told you. Somebody's been behind the scene pulling strings and playing games. But you already knew that. Mm-hmm. So you pulled back your power so they weren't able to do it. You knew somebody came towards you under false pretenses, wanting to get your energy. But something went belly up. Didn't work. The poster. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Energy grab. Hoping they can reconnect some sort of revolving door. Somebody ass in trouble. Because they didn't regret. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. Interesting. You threw something back in somebody's face, or you will. Hold on. Pick some of these up. I see some good news coming your way, collective, and these people got some really crazy shit coming theirs. Yeah. There's some communication. I don't know if you should believe it, if this hasn't already transpired, but I also feel like whatever was sent towards you to be a negative is going to work out as a blessing for you. Right. They don't think you see something clearly. Why did the sun come out in the block position? It's not even going to take a day is what I'm getting. Look at this shit. The Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, right? Libra and Pisces. That's like the energy of justice and karma. Look, it's not even going to take a day. Watch this. Hierophant, strength. Knight of Wands. There's that Jupiterian energy we're seeing right there with this Eight of Wands. Look, it won't even take a full revolution. Wow. It's going to work out in your favor. Wow. As it always do, though. People got to stop playing these games of chance with you. Especially if you're a high vibrational being. Like, it don't make sense. You're being told to remain calm, by the way. Yeah, whatever bullshit they sent, I'm seeing the dark arts. Shit, right back. Just wait. Seven of Pentacles. Just wait. Something amazing is headed your way. Knight of Cups. I mean, fucking amazing. You don't even see this coming. Like I said, you don't even see this coming. I'm not gonna pull to. I don't want to, cause I ain't gonna mess it up. Nah, let them haters hate. Let them hate. Ooh, your ancestors came in with that the archery with the Eight of Wands energy. Look, they're reclaiming what is yours. You ain't lost shit. Is what I'm getting. You ain't missed not one opportunity. Just wait. You've been patient. Don't even worry about it. They fighting for you. You got the higher ups fighting for you. Well, I mean that. Your ancestors is on somebody ass. Ass. Yes. Hither and thither. This is why we tell y'all to call in ancestral protection. Excuse me. Look at that. Look, you gonna get what's yours. Look, Six of Pentacles, Star. Look, Ace of Wands. Look at that shit. They riding for you. You got some heavy hitters. Could be a trio of female ancestors. Don't have to be. But you got some up there. Like, wop, 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 wop. Look. You already know this. I'm just confirming. Yeah. They was warned. And they ain't listen. It is what it is. People don't take hints well. They got you. Because it's supposed to be for you. It's in your destiny. It's already in your natal chart. They can't change it. Look. Somebody, you're already getting premonitions about this. I'm getting, like, literally, you getting like these visions of this grand life. Yes. Straight up daydreams of travel and opulence and money and just success. That's your justice. That's your justice. You seeing clearly, clear as a motherfucking bell. Look, don't worry. Look, he there. I knew he had to come back because it's too much. Archangel Michael is riding with you all day, everywhere you go, because it's too much. 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords. Like you were supposed to been in this 9 of Pentacles opulent life. Yeah, look, just male or female, don't matter. You're supposed to be in this Empress energy, abundant. Like I said, we oscillate between energies. And so, divine masculine, emperor energy, that's doer. Maybe you're not supposed to be in doer mode right now. Maybe you're supposed to be chilling, relax. I see action associated with the Empress, so it's there. At the same time, you're supposed to get rest. You're supposed to get a break from the BS. But you got people pocket watching like a mother. Yeah. So don't feed into any negative thoughts. Those aren't yours. That's why they keep giving you these little premonitions, these daydreams, insight. Because you gotta keep that alive. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. You ain't missed nothing. Look. So it ain't a look. See. It's a time for that. What I tell you. It's a time to get up and go. There's nothing you need to do. That's what the point is. That's why you don't need to show up right now in Emperor energy. It's right there. It's that yin yang. All right. We ain't gonna get away from that. The divine is going to bring you what is yours. See, look. See, here's the thing. If you jump into doer energy, right? King of Wands energy, don't matter about gender, male or female, right? You could actually end up being a hindrance. 9 of Wands. Don't get triggered by this shit right here. All right? They really want you to just be thinking about what you're going to do with the money and how you going to use it. Because it's already somebody, like projecting the most negative shit towards you. Just speaking the worst shit over somebody's life. I said the divine gonna hand deliver it. That's where we at with it. I know what I know. Wait, I just saw the Ace of Swords. I know what I know. They want you to start planning your escape. Plan your escape. Look, manifest. Look, Magician to the 3 of Wands. Manifest the future you want. And be expecting that shit. This is about raising your vibration with, using that energy of patience and long-term investments. Allow that emotion to rise up. This is emotion-based because you got it. Keep calling back in your power. Lift your head up to the... Oh, that's that old school song. You got to. Long as you live, keep your head to the sky. Look. Hierophant, 5 of Wands. Told you, Daddy fighting them battles. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the escape beat. Right, that's you escaping, right? Plan your exit. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Most of the energy, it's just this beautiful alignment coming in. And I showed you the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. All 4 aces. Okay? I want you to, get into the groove of it all. Screw them people. And they attempt the dark arts. Y'all, you're shitty magicians. You gotta have faith, 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 faith. Release anything that's negative that got you doubting. Yeah, look, blind faith. Look at this shit. Listen, by 11:11 portal, it's gonna be amazing. I was picking that up in a different reading. Look. So don't jump timelines. Don't get fucked up in the head. Don't be going back down memory lane. No, don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Be in the future. Be in the present. Present and future. Okay? Because somebody really, somebody working with, strength is here for the devil. You got it, okay? You got it. You got it. Don't let the betrayals and the hurts and the things of the past, because baby, life is good. Challenge that shit. And I mean that you're going to have to rebuke the devil at every opportunity. Knight of Swords to the devil card. Rebuke that mother. God. Okay. Your intuition already telling you. You have won. Look. 6 of Wands. 10 of Cups. Here. Victory lap. Oh, that's even better. You know why? Because now you're free. Wow. Look at this. Yeah, there's definitely this amazing thing going to happen through that portal. Holy, holy, holy. Wow. Coach. Yeah. Energy's coming in fast. I like this. Just keep recalling your power. Keep thanking your spiritual team. All things are going to work out. It really is. You made for the challenges. You already know, you done been through worse, but listen, again, it's really about not bringing past mental energies to the future. Don't worry about that. Some of y'all have really been working with your ancestors. I don't know if you built them an altar or you've been giving them more, whatever it is, they got you. Because I saw ancestral protection and marriage proposal. So I know whatever. Look, it's still sticking out. They not even playing. Y'all made some sort of deal. They gonna hold up their end of the deal. Soul family. They got you. They really got you. Look, wisdom. Now that you know, right? Now they can begin this polishing process that I like to talk about. Now that's for y'all who won't, who. Let me fix my. I had posted, don't be an unpolishable diamond. So if you're an unpolishable diamond, let this whole thing miss you, okay? Stubborn is as stubborn does. But for the rest of y'all, they got you. I also feel like there's some sort of family heirloom energy. That's for a few of y'all, You may not want that that ring, by the way. I don't know. This is a whole different message coming through. If you were going to use some sort of family heirloom to propose to somebody, you really might want to get that that background on the family before you bring this into your beautiful relationship. Okay? Because I don't know. It could be some energies. See? So be careful with them heirlooms, okay? Especially if it's got some sort of heartbreak, or, a betrayal, or, ultimatums associated with it. I just would be mindful, okay? You might learn about it in the nick of time, because there go Archangel Michael. I told you, he always about, I love you. I really, really do. I really, really do. You are amazing. Ooh. Oh. I feel upside down, because it is. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, they like, I had a fleeting thought, and they like, no, that's right. Um, uh, damn. Somebody, listen, you not bugging. You not bugging. Yeah, he doing exactly what you think he doing. Yeah, yeah. I don't even want to go deep into it. You ain't bugging. You ain't bugging whatsoever. You are, yeah, 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 yeah. All right. You keep thinking about walking away and ending things and da 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 da. I'm sorry. That's a small message. I don't even want to get it. That's not the whole thing. That was just one little thing as I was shuffling, okay? We're going to move forward. All right. We got these 2 of Cups. Huh. I feel like somebody energy rubbing off on you. Somebody doing some dark shit, and you need to end it. Period. Period. I don't. Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Listen. I'll tell you like this. Somebody deal in necromancy. I'm getting it real strong. And I feel like somebody having mishaps. You tripping, you stumbling, you know what I mean? Weird shit. It's the connection to this person. You got to be careful as a light worker. Star seed, whatever moniker you like, but you have to be so careful where you put your energy. Wow. Because that exchange is real. It's creating all sorts of chaos. All sorts of chaos. Shit. Yeah, man. Like, you literally giving somebody your power. They using your juice against you. And somebody be looking for people with that glow, that glimmer. Hey, Ray Ray. Yeah, man. Like, you got to learn to say no to the vessel. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Ooh. Be waiting on you. I don't feel like you're supposed to be waiting on this person. First stages of completion for what? Sucking you dry? Oh, this person might just be an initiate into this necromancy stuff, but it ain't gonna get any better. Excuse me. Because I'm like, what? Like I said, somebody gonna have to be disciplined and say no to the punani. You're gonna have to say no to the vessel. Because once you know better, you're supposed to do better. Through life experiences, you become wiser and use it to help others. So if you have not started the practice of calling back your power, it's really just that simple. I call back my power now, period. From all unauthorized access, known and unknown, seen and unseen, I call back my power. I close all gates and doors and portals to my energetic field. It's just that simple. Right. Especially, yeah, raise your vibration. I would even do a spiritual bath with that Ace of Cups like that. Like, really. I get too many cards of protection. And then look. See? Look at that. Call back your power. Double confirmation. This may not just be specifically for you, Pharaoh D. Johnson Jr. This may not be just a specific message. These are general collective. And so if there's any men out there still not protecting their essence, they see their own vessel from this sort of energetic exchange. Now, I do know people, or I know of people, I don't know them personally, who have other sorts of Southern folk magic type practices that they utilize, but that's because they themselves, I'm not judging, I'm really not, but they are much more open to the idea. Right. Look, let's see, somebody being used. Devil, Five of Swords. See what I mean? Because anytime they experience some sort of down slope, that's what they do. They go, find somebody, some little, oh, I need you. Okay. But if you're going to be out there dating casually and exchanging energies with people, you need to come up with some sort of armor or cut it out. Right. I'm not trying to attack nobody's beliefs or nothing like that, but whatever your principles are, you need to do something to insulate and protect yourselves. Because if you got that light on you, you know what I mean? You got that soul glow. These people are predators. There are all sorts of energetic vampires out there. Well, vampires, period, come in many forms. But they be on the prowl. So be mindful. Especially for those of you who have become celibate to get to this next level union. You know what I mean? Because like attracts like, and if you want loyalty, trustworthy, someone who's a friend to you, you know what I mean? Lovers and friends, you know what I mean? We wear multiple roles in marriages. Someone who truly has your best interest at heart, a true caring connection, you know what I mean? And so, again, be mindful. Be mindful. Somebody's definitely trying to appeal to your lower energy chakras, you know, your root and your sacral, your carnal desires to actually, you know, get you back in an old cycle. And for some of you, this is a person I see in a Queen of Cups, no, excuse me, a Queen of Pentacles energy. You may not see coming. This is someone like, and I feel like this is that Five of Swords devil energy. Like the devil's getting ready to use somebody that you would least suspect to come towards you on some sort of a power grab. And as I say that, look, Three of Swords, Lovers. Whoever this person is, there's your Queen of Pentacles. She's coming in, and she could be